Kelly's Caramel fold wrap training help video for the manual. Again, this backstop here stops this, if I just go like that. So by altering that, you put more or less pressure on the heat bars that go onto the folded piece of the wrap. There's actually another adjuster there too, that one. So you would undo them Allen screws at the back and just turn that. Now it's down to preference here. You just want enough pressure to seal it. You don't want too much to squash it, and if you haven't got enough pressure, the heat won't get through the wax. So it's one of them things that needs adjusting. Maybe you try a new film or something, heat's different, maybe you need a little bit more pressure, maybe you don't. It's a combination of the pressure that's on it and the temperature of your heat, so it's a little bit of both on that. What else have we got? Not very much, I don't think. Maintenance, we have in the back here, we have a door, big door. See the door? See the screw at the bottom, see the screw at the top. If you open that and open the door, you can see right into the machine. We need to make sure that the machine has enough oil in it so that we know that it's all working. And here we have some visual inspection things. Now when the machine is running, it basically pumps the oil to the top of the machine, and the oil lands on a little plate inside the machine which will fill this half full. So as the machine runs, you should see oil splashing in that window. If there's no oil splashing, you need to put some oil in it until you see it flashing. The one here is actually separate, nothing to do with the main machine, and you fill the oil there. So basically, can't see any oil in there, take that off and put some oil in. The oil will actually last for years, but it does need to be checked, and probably I would put a figure of every 3 months. Periodically we need to put just a little bit of tiny little bit of oil or grease on there, just so it stops it being dry. We don't want to oil it. We don't want to oil it so it's full of oil. No, just a tiny little bit. Stop it being dry. To take the roll holders off, we just screw these, and it screws off. Dead simple. Next we have the knife block. When we set the machine up for wrapping and we're happy with it, we need to keep one of the blocks that we've made, one of the suites that we make, and we basically want to look at it and we want to see where the two films join, overlap. You know, when we cut the film and wrap it round the piece, and the two ends overlap, we need to make a note of where how much they overlap, how many millimeters, and at what position on the candy they're actually overlapping. And we need to do that to remember where it is, because here, this position here adjusts the position of the knife. Now by adjusting the position of the knife, it will actually alter where they overlap. So by lifting, we've got a scale here, and I think there's one on Kelly's caramel machine. But should we alter that, it will change that position of where they overlap, and that can be critical. Now Kelly's candies has been set, so it should be perfect, but that doesn't mean that sometime in the future it might need tweaking and they might need to alter it. And if they do, that's where they do it, but they must keep a register of how it was before they altered it. Paper length is adjusted on Kelly's Caramel, it's adjusted on the keypad, because we have a keypad on Kelly's Caramel machine. So the wrapping, not the piece size, the wrapping paper size is done on the keypad. On this particular machine, which is for Happy Foods, it is done by gears. We need to change sets of gears. So where are they? They're in here. If we open here on Happy Foods, there's 2 fibre gears, and it is they that give us our paper length. Toffee length, the speed the knives work at to determine the length of the actual candy, is done by the gears here. So see, we have 2 fibre gears, and basically by changing them gears, that will give us a new toffee size. But as the machine is one size dedicated, the length of the paper and the length of the toffee will always stay the same. So that's the machine. One more point, and I'm not 100% sure if this is on Kelly's Caramel's machine, but when the machine stops, this air cylinder here lifts up the heated bar. So the machine stops, up that goes like that. What does that do? It takes the heat off the top of the products that are in the working bar, because you stop the machine with product in it and you've got products under there. If the heat's on them, it'll melt the product and it will burn through the wax paper. So we have to take the heat source off the products so that they don't melt, and that's what that's for. Now Kelly's Caramel, it should have it. I would imagine it does. Photographs, you should be able to see it. Should you want to take off the knife, the rubber roller, we have a hand wheel there. It's self-explanatory. Turn that and all this unit will come off. So all that will come off. So all this unit will come off with that. Take that off and that will release the rubber roller. Rubber roller is a wearing part, and there will have been a new rubber roller sent with the machine as a spare. This here, this handle here, this actually, if we look at it, it moves the rubber roller, and what that does, it takes the rubber roller off the film. So if we're running and it's all wrapping and everything's okay, and we were to do that, we wouldn't be wrapping anymore, because the rubber roller can't give the film any traction. That's usually used when we're in the when we're testing stuff and all that, but that's what that's for. We have an adjuster here, which is for the tension on that rubber roller, I think. I'm not too sure, to be honest. That's it.